Right, so let's start by standing up, or just change the screen a little bit. That's it. Right, so take the feet are at least a width apart. So we're going to work into rotation, but really with the idea of freeing up shoulders, because so many of us, and me included, all of us, everyone I talk to, we're holding tension, tightness in our shoulders. So if you're joining, that's okay. You're just taking your time. So we're starting by standing up, and you can just rock the feet from side to side. Just get a sense of weight resting down into your feet, especially if you've been sitting all day or just doing that whole idea of just doing things. We forget who we are, we go into autopilot. So when you come onto your mat, it's that idea we come away from autopilot. So if you look at your feet and all you're doing is not rocket science, you're just rocking from side to side. But you're feeling that motion that transfers through your body, the weight that goes into your feet, the connection to the earth beneath. So there's that stability in that contact. And from contact, connection, perception arises. So now when you stop and you allow the weight to rest as equally as possible into both feet, let the arms come to rest by your side, soften your knees, because any kind of locked joints will just stop energy coming up from the floor. So we can bring the arms in front, and as we breathe in, take the arms up. And as you breathe out, soften the knees and just let the spine come down. The in-breath takes your arms up. The out-breath, wide, and just rest down. So just coming into contact with your breath, and as soon as we come into contact with our breath, and we know that we breathe, but we're really understanding the breath inside our body. We're just coming away from that sort of nervous system loop where adrenaline and cortisol is predominant. When we come in contact with our breath, we may have a chance of just allowing other hormones like oxytocin or dopamine or serotonin, sort of more settling hormones, to take over a little bit. So breathing in, taking the arms up, breathing out, letting the arms come down. And that's all you're doing, no more, no less. Mobilising the spine, easing into the shoulders, feeling your breath. And the next time you breathe out and the arms come down, just stay there, maybe just linking the hands on the elbows and just rock from side to side. You're breathing all the time, your knees are quite soft, and just rocking from side to side, noting how that feels. Keeping your knees quite bent because that takes any pressure off the lower back. And then just come to centre, just settle there for a few moments, draw the chin slightly in, allow the crown of the head to point down towards the ceiling, breathe in. And as you breathe out, rounding through the spine to bring yourself back up to stand. And if you're just joining, you take your time and you just start with standing up, which is as simple as that. So the feet just resting on the floor, having a feeling of contact with the floor. Next time you breathe in, take the arms up. And as you breathe out, this time we're just going to take the arms shoulder height, so the elbows sort of at right angles. Breath in, take the arms up. The out breath, arms at right angles. Just a few more times. And maybe as you take the arms at right angles, draw your shoulder blades together. When you breathe in, let go. Widen between the shoulder blades. Then as you breathe out, draw the shoulder blades together, so as though you can draw the elbows in. Breathe in, take the arms up. Breathe out, elbows. Right angles, draw the shoulder blades together. And just a few more times. So it can feel quite nasty. I mean, I don't like it. I don't like drawing the shoulder blades together, but it's quite interesting because you open, you widen the muscles at the front of the body, and we are finding mobility. And the next time you take the arms sort of right angles, draw the shoulder blades together, look up perhaps, and then as you breathe in, and then as you breathe out, let go of the shoulders, let go of the arms, take the arms, hands behind you, and just soothe down the tailbone. So as you soothe the hands down the tailbone, take the gaze up towards the ceiling. So you go into a slight back bend, sending the arms as far down towards your knees as you can, as the gaze goes up. And when your gaze goes forward, your spine comes to neutral. When your hands go down, your gaze goes up. So you're really opening the front of the chest. Just a few times, sort of, kind of doing any kind of movement that feels doable for you. And then when you're ready, with the gaze up and the hands going down, breathe in. And then as you breathe out, let go. Just shake the arms, shake the wrists. And then we're just going to do another thing. So we're going to bring the hands onto the elbows, soft knees, and you're just going to rotate. So your knees are quite soft. You're just moving the elbows from side to side. Relax your shoulders as much as possible, and then just come to centre. We're going to circle. So we're going to take the elbows down, your gaze goes down, take the elbows to the right, the gaze goes to the right, take the elbows up, the gaze goes up to the left, and your gaze just follows. Soften your knees. So you're just doing big circles, but your gaze follows. So you're kind of doing side bends, forward bends, back bends. So notice what you feel in your body as you just carefully circle. And if the circles are too big for you, if you know you're feeling a little bit of tension or your lower back doesn't like it very much, then just make the circles a little bit smaller. So yoga is all about finding a way that works for you. There's no right or wrong, because your body is always all perfect just as it is. And then when you're ready, reverse the circles. And remember, you're not stretching. The movement, mobility is enough. You don't have to stretch. Sometimes it's nice to stretch, but we don't have to stretch all the time. Mobility is far more comfortable. And then when you're ready, just stop, come to centre, and let the arms rest down. You can take the feet a little bit wider, shrug the shoulders a few times. And then we're just going to lift the right arm in front. We're going to lift up the right heel, and from the right heel, send the right hand over towards the left. So you're reaching far away towards the left. The right heel is lifted, so you kind of slight twist. And then we come back, we swivel on the left foot, so we lift the left heel, send the left hand across the body towards the right. Come back, that's breathe in. Then as you breathe out, lift the right heel, send the right hand across to the left. Breathe in, come back. As you breathe out, send the left arm across to the right. Just doing a few times, or just breathing as you need to. Never kind of get hung up with the breathing, because you breathe anyway. Your body knows how to breathe. And sometimes when we think we have to breathe in a certain way, it's just another way of finding control. And ultimately, none of us are really in control. And then when you're ready, just come back to centre. And I mean that in a positive way. It sounded a bit negative. Right, so relax the shoulders, or move the shoulders around a little bit. And then we're going to breathe in, take your arms up. And then the right hand, you're just going to go around the left wrist. Right, soften the knees. Turn your head to the right, so you've got space between the arms. Turn your head to the right. Sink down into the left foot. And carefully ease the arms over towards the right. If you turn your gaze towards the right ankle, you feel that stretch down the left side of the body. Make sure you're breathing. Breathe in. And then as you breathe out, soften the knees, go forward, circle round, and then come back up. Breathe as you need to. Swap the hands. The left hand goes around the right wrist. Sink, or really allow the weight of your body to rest into the right foot. Right foot. Turn your gaze to the left. You've got wide elbows. Weight goes down into the right foot. And just let the left hand ease the right hand over towards the left. Your gaze can go down towards the left ankle. So it's a big stretch down the right side of the body. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, soften the knees, go forward, round down, and come back up. So we just do that one more time. So right hand just eases around the left wrist. Sink down into the left foot. Down into the left foot. Turn your gaze to look towards the right, because you're going to go over towards the right. The right hand eases the left hand over beyond the head. And if it's too much with it above your head, just take the hands down, it's fine. Or let the hands come to rest on the top of the head. Just find a way that you can ease down the left side of the body. Your gaze is towards the right ankle. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, soft knees, round the spine down. And then circle up. So last time. Left hand goes around the right wrist. Sink, settle into the right foot, but soften the knees. Don't lock any joint, or try not to lock any joints. So your weight rests down into the right foot. Your gaze comes towards the left. There's space around the elbows and around the shoulders and the ears, and your jaw is soft. And ever so carefully, the left hand encourages the right hand or arm to go towards the left, down into the right foot. Gaze is towards the left ankle. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, round the spine, come down, circle round, and come back up. and then let the arms just come down. And just for a few moments, notice how that feels in your shoulders, because all these things, you know, we sort of talk about releasing tension, letting go, but it might feel a bit worse. So circle the shoulders, move your head from side to side, because shoulders can be so tight. That's our neck and our jaw, so all these things aim to release tension. So we're going to go into some rotations now. So after what we've been doing, should, you know, we've warmed up for it. So we're going to come to the back of the mat, and you're just going to step the right foot forward. So not too far. So your step is your step. It's not, you know, it's not 6 inches, 12 inches, 6 foot. It's as far as your stance goes. So your right foot isn't in front of the left, it's out to the side. So you have a bit of stability, you have stableness, contact with the floor. So lift the left heel, back heel up and down a few times. Let it rest down. Lift the front heel up and down a few times, just mobilising into the ankles a little bit. Then as the heels lightly come down, send the right knee forward. So the right knee moves forward. You're going to take the arms up, but the shoulders stay quiet. Then you're going to take the arms up a little bit higher, and your gaze might come up. Breathe in. And then as you breathe out, just as you did before, take the arms at right angles and your gaze comes forward. The in-breath takes the arms up and your gaze goes up. The out-breath takes the arms at right angles and your gaze goes forward. And maybe you can draw the shoulder blades together. The in-breath takes the arms up, widen between the shoulder blades, and then as you breathe out, we take the elbows at right angles and you draw the shoulder blades together. The in-breath takes the arms up. The out-breath, you go wide and the gaze comes forward. So just a few more times, just getting that sense of mobility through the back of the shoulders. And then when you're ready, next time the arms come down, the arms can go behind you. As we did before when we were standing, you soothe the tailbone down as the front knee moves forward. Breathe as you need to. And if possible, you can take the arms behind you and your spine goes down. So your gaze is down towards that right foot. As the hands lower, you lift the spine and you step back. Right, well done. Right, so we're going to do the same on the other side. So the left foot goes forward, so it's not too far, and if you feel a bit unbalanced, just take the feet a little bit wider. You don't have to go longer. You know, you go to where your body allows you to go. You do what you can, and then, you know, that's true in everything that we do, isn't it? So the left knee moves forward, the back heel lifts up and down a few times, so you're aware, you're attentive to what's happening in your body. As the back heel goes down, send the front knee forward a little bit more. Take the arms up and the gaze goes up, so you might find a bit of a back bend. As the arms go up, the gaze comes up, breathe in. As you breathe out, just take the arms at right angles, draw the shoulder blades together. Breath in, take the arms up, gaze goes up. As you breathe out, gaze goes forward, arms at right angles, draw the shoulder blades together. Just do that a few more times. So you're just getting that sense of mobility, perhaps, waking up as well, the shoulders. And being with your breath. And then the next time you breathe out and the arms go at right angles, or elbows at right angles, take the arms behind you. So breathe as you need to. Soothe the hands down the tailbone. Take the arms away from the spine and allow your spine to come down, forward and down. So your gaze is towards that front foot. Make sure you're breathing, and as you lower the arms, that will lift the spine. And then you step back. Right, well done. Right, so let's we'll go again. We'll just progress it. So obviously if that's enough for you, you just stay with what we just did there. So the right foot goes forward, you've got space between. Lift the back heel up and down a few times. As the back heel goes down, you send the front knee forward. We can take the arms forward, your gaze is forward. As you take the arms up, the gaze goes up slightly. Not, you know, your head is heavy, so support your head all the time. Make sure you're breathing, and then when you're ready, as you breathe out, take the arms wide, elbows just at shoulder height. Breathe as you need to, and then we're going to ever so carefully take the hands to rest and the back of the body. So just turn, so the hands are just resting there, so the elbows are quite wide. Shrug your shoulders a few times. Perhaps you can turn the elbows down, the wrists down. If you can draw the elbows closer in, that might take you into reverse prayer position. You're not trying to get your palms together, it's just the fingertips and the thumbs. There could be space between, you know, it's nice to find space, never push or force anything. So the hands might be in this position, or they might be in this position, or they might be any way that you can find. You know, your body, you know, you work out what feels right for you. So yeah, our hands are behind you, probably on the centre of the spine. You send the right knee forward, you relax your shoulders. The collarbones, or the upper part of the spine, is coming up as far away from that front knee as possible. So all your postural muscles start to engage. So you're not sinking, you're making yourself as tall and as long as you possibly can. Then the left elbow is going to work towards that front knee. The left elbow goes towards the right knee, and that will send the right elbow behind you. You can turn the gaze to look behind, you can turn the gaze to look forward. Come, bring the spine back to neutral and step up. And then we're going to step forward with the left foot, or shake off the arms, shake off the arms. Relax the arms as much as possible. The left foot goes forward, send the left knee forward, left knee forward. Bring the back heel up and down a few times. As the back heel rests down, maybe you can send the left knee forward a little bit more. Relax your shoulders. Take the arms up, gaze goes up. Take the arms forward and down, gaze goes down. So perhaps just swing the arms a few times, get a bit of mobility or rest or circulation moving, whatever terms sort of mean anything to us. And then when you're ready, we're going to take the arms behind, and we're just going to place the hands resting on the back of the waist or the lowest parts of the ribs, or the tailbone, wherever you can find, because shoulders are so funny, and that movement, taking the arm behind us, is the first one really that we start to have issues with, I think. Maybe you can turn the palms down if possible, fingertips might just touch, so your elbows are quite wide. If you can draw the elbows in, that will bring the palms a little bit closer. You send the left knee forward, you make space between that left hip and the right hip. Then the right elbow is going to turn towards, or forward, go forward towards that left knee. Right elbow towards the left knee. So the left elbow will start to go behind. You're still sending the knees forward. You're finding that twist in the upper part of the spine. Turn the gaze to look behind you. Turn the gaze to look forward. Bring the spine forward. Let go of the arms and step forward or back. Right, so if that's enough for you, that's all you do. We're going to progress it if not. Right, so we take the right foot forward, we send the right knee forward, we lift the back heel up and down a few times. As the back heel goes down, the right knee can go forward a little bit more. From inside underneath the ribs, can we imagine we're coming up? If you place your hands on the back part of the ribs, that part there is coming up as far away from that front knee as possible. So you're finding a real sense of stability in your spine. You can bring your hands into reverse prayer position, or they can just link, just kind of rest in a way that feels comfortable for you. And then the left elbow is going to go towards that right knee. So you're turning towards the front leg, you're turning towards. If that's enough for you, you stay there. If it's not, then you can start to send the left elbow closer towards that right knee. So your spine is starting to go forward, and then down. Maybe you can turn the gaze to look down, maybe you can turn the gaze to look up. If possible, we can unfold the arms. Nothing changes below the level of the waist, we're just rotating the upper. And then if possible, we fold the hands back, we come to centre, and we lift, and we step forward or back. So it's hard because it is slow. Right, so then the left foot goes forward, lift the back heel, find a bit of let go of your arms, always shake the arms, don't always shake, but let go of the arms, and you can, if you like, is my habit, shake off and all those kind of things. So the left knee goes forward, the left leg is forward, lift the right heel up and down a few times, find that connection between that front foot and the back foot, the spine in between, the breath inside. Yoga is about connecting all these parts of your body, and your mind, your thoughts follow, or are part of the whole get up. Right, so we're going to take the arms up and down and back. So just, you know, any kind of movement is good movement, especially if you've been quite static, staring at screens or working all day. So make sure your jaw is soft and you're breathing. And then when you're ready, you take the arms behind you and you just let the hands rest on the back of the ribs. That might be enough. Or you might be able to bring the hands into the fingertips and the thumbs together. The elbows are heavy, but the shoulders connect towards the spine. Then the right elbow is going to go towards that front knee. The gaze can turn to look behind. The gaze can turn to look forward. So your neck is as free as possible. And then with the gaze forward, start to send that right elbow towards that left knee. So then the spine starts to go forward, 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 and then down. As much space between that front knee and the back knee as possible. You can turn the gaze down perhaps. Can you turn the gaze up? If possible, we can unfold the arms. So right arm goes down, left arm goes up. The right hand might just touch on the right thigh. No, left thigh, or the right thigh. And then when you're ready, you just fold the hands back, come to centre, and lift, and step up, or step back. And then when you let go of your arms, really have a sense of their connection to your shoulders, but also the weight that you carry. You can drop the head, you can lift the head. So you have a sense of the weight of your head and where you perceive it to be central. Imagine the back of your head in line with your heels. If you place your hands on the back of your waist, you feel that indentation. And when we drop the chin towards the collarbones and your gaze comes towards the floor, we can round the spine because we're going to go into a forward bend. So imagine the front of the ribs drawing in and the back of the waist being drawn up. Soft, soft knees. Hands can come onto the knees and you can just move one knee forward at a time. So you're just finding a bit of movement, careful movement, as you just move one knee forward at a time, noticing how your knees feel, because we've done a lot of standing and a lot of those movements are really strong on our legs and ankles. If possible, with the knees quite soft, can you bring your hands a little bit closer towards the ankles and the crown of the head rests down. Soften your jaw. Perhaps your fingertips touch the floor. If not, you can be on a chair or against the wall, it's fine. Soft knees, and then carefully, in your own way, you just bring your hands towards the floor. Perhaps sitting all fours for a little bit before, if possible, you just ease your hips back carefully towards your heels. You can make light fists with the hands to support the head, or the forehead might go a little bit lower onto one fist or hand, or it might go all the way to the floor. But again, you don't force anything, you just work in a way that feels accessible, doable for you. And with that real understanding that you do only do what your body allows you to do. Because there's no point thinking we should do anything else. And that's when things start to change, because we relax and we stop striving. And then in your own time, when you're ready, you just come onto your backs, and it might be with a real sense of relief, and which is absolutely fine. So if it's okay from here, let's take the arms up, soft elbows, and draw the shoulders down. Really draw the shoulders down, draw your shoulder blades together. Breathe in, and then as you breathe out, let go. Take your arms wide, shoulder height, palms facing up. Roll your head to the left, roll your head to the right. And if that's okay, leave your head to the right or gaze to the right as you let your knees drop to the left. And can you leave the right shoulder, the left shoulder, the elbows, the head alone? Can you allow them to be quite quiet as you just allow the knees to drop to the left? Feel your breath in your body as it comes in and as it leaves. And just for a few moments, you may just glimpse that idea that we stop doing and we allow ourselves to notice and to be. And then when you're ready, bring your knees up and the head to centre. Turn your head to the left if it's okay with your neck, and let your knees drop to the right. Be aware of your breath coming in. And as you breathe out, let go of the breath. Let go of your body. And you allow yourself to be given to the floor, and we stop holding, controlling, manipulating. And we just feel our breath as it arrives. And we feel our breath as it leaves. And we come outside of that mode of doing and enter that whole realm of just allowing ourselves to be just as we are. And know that it's enough. And bringing the knees to centre and the head back to centre. Bring your arms down to your side if that's okay, just palms facing up, or you can leave them a little bit wider. And draw your knees in towards you. So not using your hands, just let the knees draw in. And allow the weight of your knees to rest down. So let go of the lower back. Feel the weight of your lower back and the lower spine, the pelvis, the hips. Feel the weight of your shoulders and the back of your head. And all the parts of you in contact with the floor. And when you ever so carefully, mindfully, with care, lengthen, if possible, the right leg along the floor, you try to change nothing in the rest of your body. Things do change, but you don't have to do that. Then see what it's like if you lengthen the left leg along the floor. And can your body still be as rested as before? If there's discomfort in your lower back, then obviously you can bend the knees back in, you can place the feet on the floor. And you can find a way of settling into the floor with comfort. And in this position, notice again all those points of contact with the floor, so the heels, the lower back, the shoulders, the back of the head. And when you breathe in, can you breathe in with awareness into all of these 4 points of the floor, in contact with the floor, I should say. And then as you breathe out, can you just allow these areas, the heels, the lower back, the shoulders and the head, to rest a little bit more deeply, to settle a little bit more quietly. And then your breath comes in and you're aware of your breath in the whole of your body, a whole sense of you connected. And as you breathe out, allowing that wholeness, that sense of you to rest. Sounds around you may come and go, thoughts inside your head still occur. But maybe just for a moment or so you can glimpse that quietness with your body, your breath and you. And a few moments in time is enough to find rest. So as we prepare to come out of the practice, notice and be aware how you feel right now. This is a relatively short amount of time, and just bringing your attention to your parts of your body as well, and preparing to move. So moving your fingers and moving your toes and doing anything that feels appropriate for you to ease back for the rest of the day. You can rock from side to side, moving the shoulders. You can stretch the arms overhead, doing whatever feels good for you. Or you can decide to stay a little bit longer, just till eventually you come to rest on your side, knowing where you are, taking your time, and coming to sit up.